Today in Grow a Garden in Roblox, I'm going to tell you the fastest method to farm for the Kitsune, currently the rarest pet in the entire game. If you want to be part of the first 100k OGs, go ahead and hit subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So what pet am I talking about? Well, it is this guy right here, the Kitsune, with an absolutely amazing game-breaking effect, and you can only find him inside of an egg. The newest egg found here in the shop, the Zen shop, the Zen egg right here, worth 30 Zen coins. Inside the Zen egg, you have all of these pets, and the Kitsune is a hatch percentage of 0.08, which means the Kitsune is a chance of 1 in every 1,250 eggs. The odds are not in your favor to unlock this pet. So to increase those odds, to unlock as many as possible, to pray that you are lucky, what is the fastest way? Let's get into it. Currently, the egg is the only way, and currently the only way to do it is through the Zen shop, and the only way to do that is with 30 coins. And when you open the shop, you're not even guaranteed to have an egg in stock. So what can we do to make it better, to make it faster? First things first, you need shekels. Lots of shekels. I am sitting on 189 trillion, and that may not even be enough. Why do you need shekels? Well, we're lucky. Jandal has given us a blessing. I mean, he was the one who decided on the drop rate, so that's his fault. But he's given us a little bit of a good thing. If you go to the Zen shop and you look up here, it says to restock. And it's not with Robux. You can restock with shekels. And I've done some testing. I've climbed all the way up to 32.8 billion. If you click that, you're now at 65.5 billion. It doubles every time. And it restocks the shop for you. So what you can do, if you have enough of your coins, you go, you buy this, you restock, boom, you go, you buy it if it's there, and you keep restocking over and over. Now, the shop resets every hour and a half or so. And I'm hoping that this restock also resets back down to the first one, which is like a handful of million. If the restock does reset, that will allow you to buy as many eggs as you have coins over and over every hour and a half when the shop resets. Is that going to reset? We're going to find out in about an hour. Now, that's the shekels part of it. Clearly, you need lots of shekels to reset the shop over and over. But what about the coins? The fastest method is as follows. First, the event occurs every hour at the top of the hour. As you can see, Zen update in 22 minutes. When that happens, the blue orb comes out of here and goes to your fruit and turns it into tranquil. And there's only one blue orb every 45 seconds or so. I've counted it. You get between 10 and 15 fruits that become tranquil every time the event occurs every hour. 10 to 15 fruits tops. So you're looking at 2 events to get the 30 you need for an egg. Not good odds. How do we increase that? Simple. Alts. For example, over here, I have my alts. He has created this horned dino shroom worth 8 trillion. That's what's allowing me to reset the shop over and over by using my raccoons on that for shekels. But he has another garden. Hello, my name is KroBlox, and as you can see, I have another garden here. Let me load it up like this. I have some sugar apples, and these sugar apples are going to be tranquiled by the event. So now instead of only getting 15 every single event hour, you're going to get 30 because this guy, this alt, is going to give the fruits here to my main, and I'm going to hand them all in. Now, if you had 1 alt, 2 alt, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you had enough alts, as many alts as you could handle, you could conceivably get hundreds and hundreds of coins every single hour. That is up to you to have as many alts as possible. That is the fastest way to get coins. Coupled with the best way to get shekels, you can reset this shop over and over and over to acquire eggs. And there's another method on top of this. What I've learned is that you get 15 or so tranquil fruits every event. When your garden is this massive, filled with this many fruits, finding them can be a little bit tricky. So it's more efficient to have a smaller garden with like 30 fruits in there. That way the tranquil fruits are easy to find. But what about overnight AFK? That's what this garden is for. I will leave this game running overnight on my computer so that when I wake up in the morning, 6, 7, 8 events will have gone by? And most of these fruits will be tranquil, allowing me to hand them in. But how do you go AFK overnight? Very simple. Open up your Windows Store on your PC. That way you know you're getting an official piece of software and not a virus. And then you can go in and search for Auto Clicker. Now the Auto Clicker I use and the Auto Clicker I suggest is this one right here, the OP Auto Clicker. As you can see, I already have it installed and it's in the Windows Store, so you're not about to get hit with viruses. And the Auto Clicker looks like this. What you do is you set your minutes to I do about 8 minutes, right? You can do 10 minutes. As long as you do more than 20 or less than 20. And then I set it to current location and then I hit start. So watch, I'll do 8 minutes, current location, start. And then I'll hover my mouse over top of the garden icon. And like this, every 8 minutes, it will teleport me back to my garden and I will never go out of the game. Then I'll turn off my screen so I don't ruin my screen and I'll let the game run overnight. This way you wake up with a whole bunch of tranquil fruits you can hand in for a whole ton of coins. Now, I'm going to give you an advanced tip on how to make the tranquil fruits more plentiful in your garden. If you have seen any of my trading videos recently, I've mentioned that the T-Rex seems to be at its lowest point in value right now. Well, you guys know what the T-Rex does, right? This guy has a very useful effect for this event. The T-Rex will occasionally eat a random mutation from a fruit in your garden and then roar and apply the mutation to other fruits in your garden. The T-Rex is a really good way of spreading that mutation throughout your garden for even more hand-ins. On top of that, you also have this crane guy, the Tanchozuru. Hopefully I pronounced that right. This new pet has a very great effect, occasionally channels tranquility, has a chance to mutate nearby fruits into tranquil. Because that crane-like bird stands in one spot and channels that ability for 10 seconds, you can use your trowel to pick up your plants, put them in the radius of that bird during its effect, and then have the fruits trigger because it triggers every second for 10 seconds. These are many of the ways you can go above and beyond and get even more coins, to get even more eggs, to get even more chances at the Kitsune. So between active farming with multiple ults or passive farming with the AFK overnight method, you will get tons and tons of coins. Then you take all of those coins and you reset the shop over and over with your tons and tons of shekels to get tons and tons of eggs to pray to whatever amazing things you pray to get the rarest pet in the game, who will be worth not billions, not trillions, probably not even quadrillions, probably septillions worth of shekels. Hopefully this video was useful to you. If it was, hit subscribe and join the OG 100K. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.